Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about Tarkov Shooter Part 8, which is regarded as one of the harder quests in Escape from Tarkov. What you have to do is kill 3 PMCs in one raid on the map Woods while using a bolt-action rifle. Now, I actually find this quest quite enjoyable. That is because it is challenging and it also switches in how you play the game, which I always enjoy quests that kind of force you into a special circumstance, and this quest is a perfect example of that. In this video, you're going to be seeing a full raid gameplay in which I complete this quest, and I'm going to talk about what sort of weapon and kit I use for completing this quest. To start us off, we'll talk about the weapon choice. I really like the SV98 OC, which can be found on Jaeger level 3. Part of why I enjoy this weapon is you can throw on a laser/flashlight combo for those hip-fire shots. Then you can also add a silencer and whatever sight you like. Personally, I like the 2x for this quest, as it's the right combination of some zoom, but also not too much zoom, so you can land your shots. This weapon's really great because it has a fairly high ergonomic stat, so even when you're silenced, you got about 30 ergonomics. And I really appreciate ergonomics because it makes the weapon not feel too clunky. As for ammo, I would say you want to be using at least the PS ammo, followed by BT as the second best, and then the best in slot being the SNB ammo. However, SNB is craft only, so you got to make sure to tie up your workbench to get your hands on that. And it's only really that much better than BT if you're running into class 6 armor. So just go with BT. It'll be good enough for what you're doing. And as you can see in my raid, I got PS and BT in my gamma. As you can see there, I just got my first PMC kill of the raid. Now, one thing that you have to do when you're trying to complete this quest is rush spawn points. I cannot emphasize that enough. Learning spawns can be a little bit difficult at first if you're unfamiliar with the map. However, this image shows you exactly where PMCs have a chance to spawn, indicated by the yellow sort of arrows, and they're scattered all over the map, so you need to be able to recognize where you spawn and where the closest spawn is next to you, and just start going there as soon as you get into the raid. Getting that first kill out of the way within the first 5 minutes of the raid will make this quest significantly easier. From that point, you need to start chasing shots and going to high traffic areas. I think depending on your confidence with the bolt action, you can either choose to SJ6 after the first kill or the second kill. I personally usually wait until after the second kill just to kind of help conserve some rubles. Now let's talk about the kit a little bit more. I think it's always worth using a helmet, so just use whatever you can afford as far as a helmet. I go with the tan U-lock as I'm going to be rushing people, so if they see me, it's no big deal anyways. And then I like to go for a light class 4 armor, and the reason for this is that you're most likely going to die in a one-on-one gunfight between someone with an automatic. And so that's basically there to protect you from the scavs. So something like a Banshee or an MMAC is a perfect choice as they're lightweight and not too expensive. Now we're coming up to a kill here, and this kill is the perfect example of being patient for the perfect shot. However, if you think you're going to lose track of someone, just take the shot. As you can see, I've lined it up on this person. He seems to be low level, so I go ahead and take the shot. I miss. I must have hit him once there, and boom, that last shot, kill shot. Now, that was a difficult shot to land. There was not very much of his head still exposed. However, I know that I just want to get the kills, get him secured, and I'm going to go over there and clear it out anyways, so might as well take the shot, and we might get the kill, you know? And that's another aspect of this quest. I think the better option is to always push in while you're trying to complete this quest. You could sit on top of that hill, but I wasn't exactly sure if I killed this guy or not when I was playing this round. So if I was playing just a normal raid, I might sit back on that hill, wait a few minutes, see if he comes back out. But if you're trying to complete this quest, just move. Just go for it. Get in there. Yeah, you're going to die a couple times trying to complete this quest, but it's no big deal. You're going to take way too long if you play it safe. So just ignore your instincts and get in there with that bolt action. You can see here, I come over the hill, I see the dead body, I shoot at the scav. I don't need that scav. I'm on to the next one. I'm going for that last PMC kill. We're in a prime opportunity to finish this quest. We are within probably about 7 to 10 minutes of the raid starting with 2 kills. That's go time. This is when you pop that SJ6. This is when you start pushing shots like nobody's business. Get in there, get those kills. Now, we have a little bit of a cut in the video there because I was just wandering around that same spot around the base of the mountain. And then I start hearing shots at the medical camp. So that's where I'm headed to. However, I did forget that, you know what? I left up Sniper Scav and he started messing me up. That is one of those scenarios that you don't want to be in. It was quite unfortunate because he just locked onto me and so I had to sort of detour. But you know, it's not a game ender sort of thing. Luckily, my helmet saved me right there. Like I said, wear your helmets. The last thing that I want to have happen here is dying to a AI scav when I'm almost done with this quest. So, you know, go ahead and do the full heal up. It's honestly not too bad of a time to heal just because I'm in a high traffic area. There should be shots around me and I end up hearing people back at the medical camp again. So I'll go back over there. However, once I'm over there, I have a decision to make. I end up in a scenario where I hear shots going towards UN roadblock, which is near where I spawned. There's some scavs over there that someone was killing. Now, this is where you have to make a decision as a player. I know for a fact that outskirts is the most common extract on this map. So, I hear shots over there, and then I hear shots back at Lumber Mill. So, I decide to make my way back to Lumber Mill because there is a higher likelihood that players are heading towards that side of the map because the extract is just that much more common from the spawns available. Another reason I made that decision is because I go ahead and I throw a flash into the medical camp here and I don't hear any scavs. That means that a player has gone through here and either killed the scavs or they just never spawned, but that's really unlikely because scavs almost always spawn over here. So most likely a player has been through here, looted it, and scooted. So, like I said, I'm going back to the lumber mill where I end up hearing some shots. So we're in a good spot. One thing that I would recommend to people is to try and stay calm in a scenario where you've killed 2 players and you're looking for that last kill. Make sure that you're running your painkillers like I am here. Saw that my Propatil ran off and I'm going towards an engagement. So it's a high likely scenario for me to get shot and need those painkillers. It's also sort of one of those things where you don't want to be running around like a chicken with head cut off. You want to make a decision and stick to it. You can see here, I kind of second guess myself. I'm like, do I want to go towards UN roadblock? Do I want to go lumber mill? I really wasn't sure because I kept on hearing shots in both directions. So I had a decision to make. So I ended up going to the place with the most traffic and the higher extract rate. What I'm doing on my way there, though, is glassing through this field, just seeing to maybe there's some movement, maybe somebody I can just get a lock on and start following. However, I never saw anyone, and I really didn't want to go that way, so we head to lumber, and I just hope for the best. Now, lumber's always a tricky sort of area of the map. It's hard to get in there without being seen, in my opinion, just because so many players go here and there's so many different spots and overlooks that you can be shot from. So you really just kind of have to go for it in a way. I like going this like low route near the shed and sort of near the water. I find it fairly safe. The one thing you have to look out for is that people sit on the top of the rocks to the left of where I am now, and they sit there for a shooter born and having shots. So just keep your eyes open. The last major tip that I have for you is learn where your point fire is going. Point fire is extremely effective in Escape from Tarkov in general, and it is necessary to learn the skill while using bolt action snipers because when you aim down sights, your movement ability is very limited. So to be able to peek around and attack players, you need to be able to hip fire. Now, I've just heard some players into this warehouse. I wasn't aware of how many there were at this moment, so I'm trying to see if I see anybody. However, you do not want to sit still in the lumber yard. There are going to be players using snipers all over. So this was a little bit risky on my part. And I eventually just say, whatever, I'm going in there, I'm turning my laser on, and I'm getting that last kill. So that's what I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. You're going to see the end of the quest here just coming up, so stick around for that. And I hope you enjoyed my tips. And if you did, make sure to leave me a like or subscribe or a comment or something. And I'll catch you on the next one.